Good morning, Kentucky. Welcome to this ABC 36 News Update. Here's what's making news now. A day of strong winds and high waters proves fatal after a tree falls, killing a pregnant woman in Pulaski County. 17-year-old Caitlin Griffin and her 15-year-old cousin Josh Thacker were moving into one of these apartments when gusty winds caused the tree to crack in two. Caitlin, who was 6 months pregnant, was unable to get out of way in time. Thacker suffered just a broken arm. Caitlin had just received her high school diploma from Pulaski Central yesterday and was expecting a baby boy in March. A man tried to save his wife in Adair County and ended up dying himself. A woman became trapped during flash flooding on Harrods Fork Creek. She called both 911 and her husband on her cell phone. He showed up on a tractor. Firefighters rescued her, but a short time later, they found the body of her husband, 58-year-old William Grover. Cleanup continues today here in central Kentucky after 50-mile-an-hour winds blow down tree branches and knock down power lines. A KU spokesman says high winds blew a tree into a power pole and broke it behind a home on Fleetwood Drive. Crews were on the ground and in the air all day in an area largely without natural gas. One man says he was reminded of a story former U.S. Senator Wendell Ford used to tell.
You've been at work all day long and you come home, and if you pick up the phone and it doesn't work, well, that's very inconvenient. But if you've been gone for 8 hours and you come home and you open up your refrigerator and you find out you haven't had electricity for 8 hours, well, that stinks.
KU says power was restored about 10 last night in that neighborhood, but about 3,000 people are still without power in their service area. The former director of the Lexington Public Library responds to a recent city audit. The city's audit of the library criticized Kathleen Imhoff's spending and accused her of deleting some items from her work computer when she wasn't supposed to, and said she had inappropriate items on that laptop. In her 9-page response, Imhoff says auditors never asked her key questions that could have cleared up some of their concerns. She says other people had access to her laptop, that it had been tampered with, and nothing found on it was illegal. Imhoff also says in the appendix to that audit, an expert admitted that nothing that is, had been manually deleted. Instead, those deletions were automatic. Well, in our solid blue report this morning, another nail-biter for Coach Cal's Cats. The Cats burst out of the gate last night against 14th-ranked UConn at Madison Square Garden. A 12-0 lead in this one, but UConn stormed back. They led by 6 at the half. John Wall in the end, 25 points as UK went on to beat the Huskies 64-61. They're now 9-0. That is your update. Check for new information all day long at WTVQ.com.